Hi, I'm Yuan from Kadak Class 109. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a computer vision pipeline I built end-to-end using Docker Compose. It takes a real test cam footage, detects every object in the scene using YOLO V8, and outputs a driving decision, all running as 5 separate microservices on my local machine. I'll go through every file, explain what each line does, and at the end we'll run it live. Let's start with the architecture. This is dockercompose.yml, the single file that defines the entire system. Every block here is a service, which becomes a Docker container when we run it. We have 5 services: sensor, preprocessing, YOLO detection, decision, and front end. Each service has a build path. Docker reads the Docker file in that folder and builds the image from it. The port field maps a port on my laptop to a port inside the container. So the 8001:8001 means if I hit localhost :8001, it goes to the sensor container. This is important. Processing depends on sensor. YOLO depends on processing, and so on. This tells Docker the startup order. Sensor start first, then preprocessing, then YOLO, then decision, then front end. Without this, they all start at the same time, and a service might call another one that isn't ready yet. At the bottom, CV network, driver bridge. This creates a private internal network. Every service joins it, and because they are on the same network, they can reach each other by the name, not by IP. So preprocessing can call HTTP sensor 8001 directly. Docker handles the DNS. One command, Docker compose up, and all 5 containers start in order, on the same network, ready to talk to each other. Now the sensor. The sensor is the entry point of the pipeline. Its job is simple. Receive a video frame from the browser, hold it in memory, and serve it when the next service asks. We import Fast API from the web server, Pydantic for data validation, and the standard library time for timestamp. This creates the Fast API application. One line and we have a fully functional web server. The CORS middleware allows the browser to call this API directly. Without it, the browser blocks cross-origin requests by default. A security rule called SAM origin policy. This is the state of this entire service. One variable. Current frame holds the latest frame as a base 64 string. It starts as none, nothing loaded yet. This is a Pydantic model. It's defined what the incoming request body must look like. One field, image base 64, a string. If the browser sends anything else, Fast API rejects it automatically. The inject endpoint. The browser calls this with a base 64 JPEG frame. We store it in the current frame. That's the entire function. The frame endpoints. This is what the preprocessing service calls. If current frame is none, no uploaded video yet, we return a 503 error with a clear message. Otherwise, we return the frame with a timestamp and a frame ID based on the current millisecond. Simple, stateless, fast. Health endpoint. Docker and monitoring tools use this to verify the service is alive. Every service in this pipeline has one. Preprocessing. Preprocessing sits between the sensor and the AI model. Raw video frames are inconsistent, different resolution, different brightness. This service standardizes everything before you see it. Two constants at the top. Sensor URL is the internal Docker hostname. Preprocessing know where to find the sensor by name. Target size is 640 by 384. The fixed resolution every frame gets resized to. Landscape ratio optimized for dashcam footage. This function handles the resize. We calculate a scale factor, the larger of width ratio and the height ratio, so the image fills the target box without distortion. Then we center crop any overflow. No black blur, no stretching. We use line source resampling, the highest quality algorithm in Philo. The main processing function takes a base64 string, decodes it into a PIL image, and runs 4 steps. Step 1. Resize. We call Retrobox resize and lock it into the step list. Step 2. Contrast enchantment. We use Philow's image enchants in with a factor of 1.2, 20% boost. Help with low light footage where objects blend into the background. Step 3. Sharpening. We apply a sharpen filter, crisper edges mean tighter bounding box from YOLO. Step 4. Normalization stats. We convert to a NumPy array and compute mean and standard deviation per channel. We don't apply this to the image, it's diagnostic metadata. Useful for detecting abnormal frames to dark, overexposed, corrupted. Finally, we encode the processed image back to the base64 and return it with the step log and the stash. The processed endpoint. It fetches the frame from the sensor using an async HTTP client. Async means this service doesn't block while waiting for the response. It runs the processing pipelines and returns the clean image plus all the metadata. YOLO detection. This is the AI engine. It loads YOLO V8 small and runs inference on every frame. The model is a global variable, initialized as none. The startup event runs automatically when FastAPI starts. Before any endpoint is available, we load the model here once into the memory. Loading takes 1 to 2 seconds. We never want to do this on its request. We load the model into CPU. For this version, we're running inference on CPU. The confidence threshold. Any detection below 45% is discarded. Too low and we get false positive. The car would detect as a car. Too high and we miss real objects. 45% is the sweet spot for dashcam footage. Color palette for bounding boxes. 1 color per class. Person is orange, car is green, truck is magenta. Next, the annotated output, easy to read at a glance. The detect endpoint fetches the process frame from the processing service, decodes it into a PIL image, runs the model inference with verbose set to false, suppress the per frame console spam. Then we loop over result box YOLO's raw output. For each box, we extract the class ID, confidence, and bounding box in the XYXY format, that is X1, Y1, X2, Y2 in pixel coordinates. We also compute a normalized fashion, dividing by image weights and height, so the coordinates are between 0 and 1. Resolution independent, useful if we ever change the size image. Finally, draw detections. Text a copy of the image. Important, we use copy so we don't modify the original. Draw color the rectangle and label and encode the annotated image back to base64. Decision. Decision is the control logic. No machine learning here, pure software engineering. A lookup table. Base risks per object class. Person score 10, truck score 4. Person is the highest because pedestrians are most vulnerable. No cabin, no protection. Trucks is the lowest because it's slow and predictable. This constant defines partial zone we ignore. The bottom 20% of the frame is our own car hoods and dashboard, not the road ahead. The outer 20% on each side is adjacent lane traffic, not our problem. Any detection that fall into this zone gets filtered before scoring. 3 filters. First, if the top edge of the bounding box is below the hood zone, ignore it. Second, if the object is wider than 80% of the frame, it's our own car body. Third, if the center of the object is outside our lane bound, it's inside the side lane. For a fire detection, we calculated risk as base score multiplied by confidence multiplied by the proximity factor. The proximity factor is 1 plus Y2 divided by the frame height. Y2 is the bottom edge of the bounding box. The lower it is in the frame, the closer the object. A car at the bottom of the frame scores twice the risk of the same car at the top. Decision ladder. We evaluate from most severe to least. Emergency stop only if a person is in our central lane. Brake if only total risk is above 28 and cross object exists. It requires both conditions to avoid fast braking. Caution, elevate risks and or dense traffic. Slow down, moderate risks. Monitor object present but no immediate threat. Proceed, nothing relevant detected. The front end is a single HTML file with a separate CSS file. No framework, no build step. When you click Run Pipeline, it sends the current frame into the sensor via post inject. Then call the decision service. That one call triggers the entire chain. Decision calls YOLO. YOLO calls preprocessing. Preprocessing calls sensor. Everything comes back in one response. The pipeline steeper at the top light up stage by the stage. The annotated image updates. The decision chip changes color, green for safe, orange for caution, red for emergency. Auto mode runs the pipeline on timer, 2, 4 or 6 seconds, and automatically advances through the video frames. Let me show it's running. The browser is extracting frames 1 per second using HTML5 Canvas API. No server involved. Sensor receives the frame, preprocessing resizes and enchant it. YOLO runs inference. There's bounding box, confidence score, and driving decision, all in under 2 seconds on CPU. Auto mode cycling to the video automatically. This project covers containers, microservice, computer vision preprocessing, real-time object detection, and spatial decision logic, all integrated into one working system. The architecture is modular by design. I can swap ULV as small for larger model, a tracking layer, or replace the decision logic without touching any other service. Next step is training a custom model on Indonesian road data, motorcycles, angkot, mixed traffic, to improve accuracy for local conditions. That's all. Thanks for watching.